What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Lockdown Defense Sports Network. I am your host for today's episode, Young RG Robert Garcia, as Coach likes to call me. Doing this one a little bit under the weather, guys. I'm not sure if you saw me on our previous live show we did this week on Tuesday. Came down with something, not sure quite what it is, but just stuffy nose. So bear with me. I'm going to be clearing my throat quite a lot this video. And obviously you can tell I just sound absolutely terrible and nasally. So bear with me, guys. We're going to go over the Chargers free agency grade so far during this 2026 year. Talk about some moves that they made, talk about some moves that they didn't make, and really just kind of give an overall feel for how this team is progressing so far in free agency. Now the league year has officially started. Let's dive into all of it right now. So diving right into it, you guys, let's take a look at some of these quote-unquote game-changing signings that the Chargers have made, or the ones that they didn't make. But first things first, we're going to dive right into the departures. And so for the departures of this free agency cycle, we do bid farewell to a few good gentlemen here. Starting us off, well, not starting us off great. Mekhi Becton, the right guard, what was thought to be an amazing signing at the time. Super Bowl, coming off a Super Bowl win, great O-line, just what we needed to fix the interior, is a great guard. And boy, could we have not ever been more wrong. Man, the Mekhi Becton experiment really did not work out the way we thought it would. Just unable to stay on the field for not only for just missing games, but even games that he started just not finishing. How many times did we see, Mekhi Becton has been ruled out, Mekhi Becton, questionable to return, or just not able to consistently be there on the field. And granted, he doesn't get all the blame for this interior O-line and just the absolute tragic state that it was in all season long, but he does get a big portion of it because he was a part of it. And regardless, he did come, from a Super Bowl caliber team, with a amazing offensive line coach. I guess a lot of us were really just hoping that he had taken, what Jeff Stoutland was preaching over there in Philly and kind of brought it here with him to LA. But, it was more so of he was a product of his environment in Philly, whereas when you're surrounded by all Pro Bowl caliber level talent on the O-line, makes your job a hell of a lot easier, especially when you have a Hall of Fame center. So it really just, I guess at that point he didn't have a Hall of Fame center. I take that back. However, Cam Jurgens, still a fantastic center, Pro Bowl center. But no, I forgot he was not with Kelsey. Although he might have been with Kelsey for a year or two. Regardless, he's been playing next to some amazing O-linemen. So don't know what you can say about that. It really is tragic. I thought it was going to be a great signing, but we bid farewell to Mr. Mekhi Becton. Will Dissly, another one, kind of similar, not as bad. Although Will Dissly, I still just will always remember you in that Houston playoff game, letting a pick six go right off your hands. But regardless, bid you farewell, sir. You were a serviceable blocking tight end, had some moments as a receiving threat as well, but ultimately we kind of knew what we were getting when we paid for you, so it is what it is. Benjamin St. Juste, another one. You were absolutely, in my opinion, a Minter merchant. I thought, when we had acquired you from Washington, even the Commanders insider on the channel, Mike Dubbs, said he is not great. He can't defend worth anything, and I will admit he did have some moments here with us, although I'm not exactly upset or absolutely appalled that he's leaving. Pretty understandable why he's leaving, and we are more than okay at that position on our team. So no concerns there, and good luck in Green Bay. Oh, I should also say with all these so far, Odafe, good luck in Washington. Speaking of Washington, and Benjamin St. Juste, good luck in Green Bay as well. Next guy up is Zion Johnson, who, again, want to talk about the interior O-line. Of course, both guards are released. Zion Johnson was obviously better than Mekhi Becton. I'm not even going to try to dispute that one bit. Although Zion Johnson, he is very he kind of reminds me of Aloli Gilman in the sense that when his highs, or when he's hitting his highs, he's like fantastic, borderline elite. But his lows, man, I mean, you would think he's an undrafted, rookie out there with some of the mistakes that he makes and, his inability at times to not pick up stunts. Like it really is just, he's really a confusing player, but he's young. And when you're young and you have experience, you can stay somewhat healthy, you get paid in free agency. And Zion Johnson got paid. I should have mentioned as well, Odafe Owe, I totally, wow. I'm just realizing now I skipped over Owe. That is insane. My apologies. I'll finish up with Zion here. Zion did sign for a pretty massive deal, over $16.5 million a year. I think it was for 4 years over in Cleveland, another team who was completely retooling their offensive line. So they get a young, I was almost going to say young stud. They get a young player in Zion Johnson. So who knows, the coaching staff over there, change of scenery, maybe it helps him. Either way, I do wish him the best of luck in Cleveland. And now getting to the other player who's pictured here, going on the right side now, we're going to Odafe Owe. Man, where do I begin? Owe, it was incredibly fun to watch you play. Mid-season acquisition, speaking of Aloli Gilman, guy we traded for you, a rare one-for-one player swap. And man, you completely revolutionized his defensive line, gave it another sense of urgency, just adding another level of pass rush that we so desperately needed. And so it was incredibly fun to watch you play for, I think it was, like 9 or 10 games or so. Ooh, apologies. Throat was getting a little bit dry. Pause. So it was good to have you back, Good to watch you. We enjoyed the, 10 or so games we had with you. And best of luck in Washington. It was one of those rare, it's kind of funny. I said this about Rashid Shaheed on the show as well. When you acquire a player via trade and during the season, and you give up, pretty decent compensation, and I would say Aloli Gilman is decent compensation. They were both very similar players. Aloli Gilman has a little bit more experience, I believe. But they were very similar players in that they had, pretty high highs and the measurables were good and all that. But the lows were just a little bit, they were just a little bit inconsistent. Weren't able to find, that peak of their powers all the time. And that's really what separates the greats from the goods in the league. It was a pretty serviceable trade. I think both sides agreed they were happy with who they got. And he just became too good to be able to pay him. I mean, he had too good of a season with us to be able to pay him. He got a bag in Washington. I think it was a bit of an overpay, but that's just me. But $25 million a year for 4 years, with 68 of it guaranteed. For a guy who, in my opinion, is only a pass rushing specialist, he is terrible against the run. So you're really only bringing him on long yardage situations or third down. And again, maybe not even on third down and short because he's, with the threat of the run. So he's a great player when he's out there. And, I made the point as well on the live show we did that if Washington is able to get that offense rolling again with Jaden Daniels and they're able to, sustainably put up points on the board like they have been known to do, then that's when Odafe is really going to get truly unlocked, and you're going to see him at his peak because of that opportunity of rushing the passer so often. Because the team is down so much, they are forced to pass on every down. So that just gives them more and more opportunity to stay on the field, go after the quarterback, and he's fantastic at that. I mean, this dude is a freak of nature, runs like a 4.43 or something like that. He is a monster in those specific circumstances. So if they could put him in those circumstances, I definitely, would love to see, what he can be. And again, like everybody here, I wish him nothing but the best. And to wrap us up with our departures, we have Otito Ogbonia, the D tackle, signing with the Cowboys. I believe it was a 1-year, $2 million deal. Best of luck, Otito. You were, again, another serviceable player, kind of rotational piece in that interior D line. Had some flashes, had some moments where, you looked like I want to say we got him. Oh, man, it was a 3rd or 4th round pick one of those years. Can't remember which year we drafted him. But, maybe didn't live up to quite the expectation we were expecting. But regardless, serviceable guy. And I bid thee farewell, my good sir. All right. Welcoming the new guys in. Welcoming some brand new faces here in Los Angeles Charger land. Starting us off, and with my opinion, thank God, this was, oh man, what a start to free agency it was, man. How good did we think we were going to have it? Tyler Biadasz, center from the Washington Commanders, coming over in free agency on a 3-year, $30 million deal. Extremely happy to have him on this roster to replace the lost Bradley Bozeman. As you can tell, I did not even include him on the departures list. I wish him nothing but the best in retirement. But my God, am I so happy you're off the team, dude. Oh my God, that was a struggle watching last season. But regardless, this is about Tyler Biadasz, and very happy to have him on the squad now. Just brings a ton of experience, a much better pass blocker, run blocker, all of that. The run game, I truly think, is going to benefit the most from him, but Herbert literally needed anybody else at center, and he's great at diagnosing stunts, something that, can't believe I'm saying, I strongly missed, since the Corey Linsley days. And so, yes, just extremely excited to have him at the beginning of the retool for this offensive line. And what I thought was going to be the beginning of a retool for this offensive line. We'll get to the rest of the moves later. Keaton Mitchell, the next move, and the most recent one, the running back signing yesterday. I believe it was a 1-year, $9 million deal, or I would take that back, 2 years, $11 million, I believe, or something like that. So very excited. Just another running back to add to the room, brings another level of speed to this team. Love to be able to see what Mike McDaniel will be able to do with him. I don't want to say he had a similar back in Achane, because Achane is on another level, although we'll see what Keaton Mitchell can do, and if he's unlocked in this offense. Although obviously Omarion Hampton is going to be getting the bulk of the carries, the bulk of the receiving threats as well, because he is a great receiver. People tend to forget that. Obviously got injured a lot his rookie year, but I think he's going to bounce back in a big way. And I think Keaton Mitchell is a really good third down back as well, kind of gadget plays you can draw up for him. And he's got the ability to, hit the home run ball every so often. He also adds a level to the return game that is so very useful, that we kind of lost when Darius Davis went down with injury last year. We'll see if Keandre Lambert-Smith continues to return punts and kickoffs and things like that. Or, if it's going to be Darius and Mitchell. We'll see what happens, how they play it. But very, very happy about this signing. Moving on to a new signing that I'm not so happy about. Cole Strange, coming over from Miami as well. Haven't even gotten to the other guy yet. Coming over from Miami along with Mike McDaniel. This is the one that really started to get my head scratching, man. Because there was a ton of guards that you could have gone after in free agency. And this is the one you get. Now, granted, there's still time. There's still talent out there available, waiting for some post-June cuts to be announced. But regardless, this is brutal. I truly don't understand this signing here. He just isn't good. I mean, the dude was on a practice squad last year, and you got brought up on a team that is picking top 10, So I truly don't know what the thought process was here. I pray to God he is not signed as a future starter. This guy better just be a depth piece, so please make some other moves. But yeah, I truly don't know what was going on there. Moving on to the tight end, Charlie Kolar. Very happy about him. He's another Baltimore Raven that we're bringing over along with Keaton Mitchell. Blocking tight end, gave him a 3-year, $24 million deal with about 16 of it guaranteed. So he is the Will Dissly replacement, of course. So I'm very excited to see what he can do as well. Does offer a little bit of the receiving options as well, but he is mainly a blocking tight end, and he's a damn good one, arguably the best in the league. So very excited to see, the Chargers are definitely announcing a new, I don't want to say a new identity, but they are doubling down on the running game of this team, trying to be a strong suit, and I'm all with it. Like I mentioned, Mike McDaniel had an amazing run game with Achane over in Miami, and he's got a great young running back in Omarion Hampton as well. A little bit of a different skill set, but regardless, I do trust in McDaniel and what he's going to do with this offense. And I'm very excited to see the play designs and things that he's going to draw up. The ingenuity of his mind, because something we were severely lacking in that category. And wrap it up, the other Miami Dolphin, now is a good time to bring it in, Alec Ingold, the fullback, as we were just talking about the identity of this team and what they want to do this season. He is just another reinforcement of that. Again, I just got to harping on the fact that McDaniel is going to drop some amazing things. He is also a sneaky good wide receiver. Been around the league for a bit, veteran. So I'm just very excited to see what the running game is going to produce for us this year. Herbert in his career has still never had an 1,000-yard rusher. So would love to finally see that curse be broken for once, and, really take this offense to another level, as you can kind of see him hiding down there. People that we're running it back with, and I'm just now realizing I forgot to add pictures to this. F my life. Regardless, Khalil Mack coming back on a 1-year, $18 million deal. Very happy to have him return. Just his veteran presence, his leadership. It's just unquantifiable. You can't quite put it into words. He is going to be amazing regardless if he doesn't put up the same stats as he once did. Just having him in the room with us is another level that you truly love to have as a fan. Bringing back Trey Pipkins as well. This one was a little bit of a concern, I'm not going to lie. Wasn't quite sure what the what the idea was with bringing him back. And to get to the next one as well, Trevor Penning, because they really are grouped together. The interior O-line was awful. And especially when Trey Pipkins and Trevor Penning were in. So Trevor Penning I like as like a sixth lineman. Now that's fine. But you need to make some other moves because these are the only guys you signed. It's Cole Strange, Trey Pipkins, and Trevor Penning. Obviously, Tyler Biotish as well. But as far as guards and tackles go, that's it. Where was the Elijah Tucker signing? Where was the Elton Jenkins signing? Now, granted, Wyatt Teller is still out there, and there's still some other pieces out there. Chris Paul as well, another guy from the Commanders. But, man, what were these moves? I'm just mind blown at what Ortiz is doing here and his precious little comp pick formula. Cool, we're getting a 3rd-round pick next year. We're in win now mode. We can't be thinking about next year like that. You had the money to go out and make some amazing moves, and you did so far really nothing. You brought back Jared Patterson and Kamani Vidal. Great. Okay, cool. 4 running backs. Jared Patterson is probably going to be a practice squad guy. I don't know, man. I truly don't know what the thought process was with these signings. And I do like the Tier Tart re-signing, of course, in the interior D-line. Much, much needed. But Ortiz, you have me at a loss, man. And to truly just wrap it up, offseason grade so far, it's a D-. And the only reason it's not an F is because you got Tyler Biotish. And I do like the Keaton Mitchell signing. Charlie Kohler, okay. But, I mean, dude, this so far, and there's still plenty of time, obviously, but so far in the early stages, this has been a terrible, terrible free agency for the Chargers. And I don't know if they got something planned. I don't know what they got cooking up there. But with only 5 draft picks, I really thought they were going to be aggressive in free agency and go after some, pretty top-tier talent that was available and fork over some pretty good money for them, but they just continue to bargain bin shop. And I mean, you got to pray that you hit on all 5 guys that you pick. Now we'll see if they trade back in the 1st round for some extra draft capital. Wouldn't be opposed to that one bit, but man, this is Ortiz. You got me questioning, dog. You got me questioning, and I was really high on you, especially in the draft. But there's got to be some – you better be cooking something. That's all I'm going to say. Thank you Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Don't be sure to check out the Patreon, our new Patreon channel that we have, posting new content every day. You get these YouTube videos early, as well as some exclusive unfiltered content that we can't really post to YouTube. And we got some amazing other things going on with that as well, along with some of our ref analysis that he also does as well. So great stuff over there. You can even get that free week to try out and see what we got going on, see if you like it. And I promise you, you're going to love what we're producing. We've got some big things planned for you guys this offseason. Also, be sure to check out the gang and their socials. Mike Dub, the Commanders Insider, the Real AG, Alex Givens, the Chiefs Insider, and, of course, myself, Young RG, Robert Garcia, your Chargers Insider. And again, guys, be sure to check us out on all of our different platforms across all social media. We are on X, formerly known as Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, and of course, Gmail. Send us in your ideas, guys, what you want to see this offseason, what you want to see us talk about. Comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow on all the socials, man. We really appreciate it. We're trying to do some big things here. And yeah, we got a lot planned for you guys. Like I mentioned, this offseason, it's going to be a lot of fun. Mock draft season is almost upon us. Just a couple more weeks here, and we can really start getting into the nitty gritty and seeing where teams are going to be picking. And it's going to be a lot of fun, guys. So once again, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. And I will see you in the next one. Take care, everybody.